What's good, soul family? Hope you're doing good. If you're watching me on YouTube, welcome. TikTok family, come through. I wanted to do a reading, a collective reading on Mercury going direct. So we have forward movement now, action time. I think today as well, the moon is in Aries, which is all about action and that I am energy. So authentic action. I've got some notes here, some downloads that I'm going to start with, and then I'm going to pull us some life messages just to see where we are as a collective currently, advice and encouragement, midweek motivation and some inspiration, and then we'll tap in with the tarot just to get a clearer picture, a clear snapshot of what's going on around us energetically. Okay, so get comfy, get your snacks, get your drinks. Okay, so the downloads that I received were about storms and how we fear these storms, but the message was to stop fearing the storms because they actually are what clears the path for you to receive the light. And as I'm speaking, I'm seeing the Tower card in my mind's eye, which is that divine intervention or that controlled chaos. The Tower with the picture of the building when everyone's falling out the building and there's fire and lightning, but it's actually controlled chaos. It's divine intervention, so it's nothing to fear. It's necessary at times to clear the way in order for you to see the light or the truth of a situation and to get back in divine alignment and back on track. Okay, I also have acceptance and detachment is essential to heal. There's no need for constant explaining of why you're probably removing yourself from people, places, and things. Once you get to that space of acceptance and you can detach from any outcomes, it's a job done. You've done your job. You were able to identify that this situation isn't serving you anymore. You remembered who you were and authentically acted on who you are. So moving away from people, place, and things. And this is to avoid arguments as well and constant conversations of saying the same thing over and over again. So there's no need to constantly explain yourself. People, they understand. Some people just like to be difficult because they want to delay you from your blessings or even delay the realization or just delay the fact that you are moving on. So letting go of people, place, and things that are not a reflection of you anymore. These people are a reflection of who you used to be. So give thanks for the journey with them. But we know that saying in spirituality, elevation requires separation. So once you begin to energetically elevate, naturally you're going to have to gravitate away from these people. Speaking up without shame or guilt of your growth, which is authenticity again. You shouldn't apologize for being who you are. You are who you are. You are who God made you to be. So why would you apologize for being you? A tree doesn't apologize for being a tree. A bird doesn't apologize for being a bird. They're just a tree and a bird. So release that need of acceptance. This is because you're wanting to be accepted, but the Most High accepts you for who you are because He created you. He, she, no gender. You were created through the eyes of the divine, so imperfectly perfect. There's no need to apologize for who you are. You don't always have to be the one to keep the peace. Your truth is your peace. And also, why resist truth and clarity to make others living a lie comfortable? Your truth sets you free. So, yeah, literally speaks for itself. Why would you want to resist the truth, and why would you want to avoid clarity? No one likes to be in confusion. That causes anxiety, that can cause PTSD, that can cause you to spiral down into a hole of fear of getting it wrong, fear of moving forward and perhaps jeopardizing or affecting the relationship dynamics that you've got around you that you feel comfortable in. Sometimes you have to be that wrecking ball and shake things up. There's nothing in nature that remains stagnant. Everything's moving. Not even in nature, on the planet, in the universe, everything moves, everything vibrates. So if you're stuck and still in a certain cycle in your life or a certain position, this is like I can see like red flashlights now alerting you that it's time to get going. Because you're comfortable, it doesn't mean that it's your final destination, so to speak. When you're comfortable, it means it's time to push yourself again, give yourself another goal, give yourself another challenge. Life is about learning and remembering and aligning, so we have to experience life to ultimately grow and ascend. Okay, so that was my little download from Mercury retrograde, but it's now direct. So what does that mean for you, collective? Let's tap in as a collective and see. I'm going to use the life messages deck first, then we'll get some advice and encouragement, and then we'll tap in with the tarot. So what life message do we have now that Mercury is moving forward or is now direct? What messages do we have for the collective? Don't forget to subscribe if you're on YouTube, follow if you're on TikTok, drop your comments as well. Life message for the collective. Here we go. We have inner power. I recognize my significance and embrace true strength. In the face of adversity, that's that storm, I remain steadfast. Steadfast being remaining in your authenticity, remaining in your truth. If I stumble, I rise, knowing I am filled with the power of the universe. That's that fear that I felt, fear of failing, fear of having to start again. But look, it says here, if I stumble, I rise, knowing I am filled with the power of the universe. You've got the backing of the divine. I accept and appreciate myself, for I hold the most precious treasures within. The light of the universe shines through me. So what are you fearing when you have the whole backing of the universe and the divine? Fear is an illusion. Lovely message there. Bottom of the deck is application. So applying everything that you've gone through recently, it's now time to apply it, put it into action. I integrate the lessons of my spiritual journey into daily life by practicing love and allowing my inner light to guide my thoughts. I invite the laws of universal love to manifest in all that I do. And that's a reminder, as again, we are a reflection of the divine. The divine is love. The divine is light, which is truth. So I'm not saying it's all fair, fairies and rainbows and being in this love and light energy constantly, because the earth, the world is dual, it's duality. You have dark and light in you for a reason, and you don't know what light is unless you've experienced dark, and that's why both are necessary. But not to remain stagnant or stuck in the darkness, or even stuck in the light where you're not in reality, you're in the ethers, you're not really seeing or feeling what's going on the earth. So remain grounded. But yeah, anything that you've gone through recently, any cycles that you've just closed out or are currently closing out, it's time to take these lessons and apply the knowledge that you've gained from these experiences, integrating the lessons in your day-to-day life. So it's just little steps, collective, little steps at a time. There's a white cat on this card as well, which represents the divine's light, the divine's purity, Holy Spirit as well, the guidance. There's nothing to fear, because the divine guidance is operating from a place of love. So you are unconditionally loved by Source, by the divine. So there is nothing to fear. Okay, let's get advice and encouragement. Happiness is a state of mind that can be chosen at any time of the day. Commitment requires you to do internal and external work in order to build the faith to act. I pulled these cards earlier, so let me put these back in. The cards I pulled earlier is if you did it once, you can do it again. You possess the strength of 1,000 of you. So that's for those of you who have completed cycles and it's like you're at the beginning stages again. It's just giving you that reassurance and encouragement that if you've done it once, whatever that is, you can do it again. You've also got, is it thoughtful? Is it helpful? Is it inspiring? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Think. Thoughtful, helpful, inspiring, necessary and kind, which is the word think, or the initials think. And we have, there is always room for improvement. Seek to achieve progress, not perfection. Okay, so let's get a message for today though. The current energies. Based on what we've discussed already, Spirit, what's the message for the collective now that we are out of Mercury retrograde? It's a bit too many. Try again. Applying what you've learned and recognizing and realizing how strong you actually are in these storms. And the saying is that God or the divine doesn't give you anything that he knows you can't handle. So it's refinement to show you your own strength, to show you what you're capable of. Message for the collective, please, Spirit. Too many again, just one, please. Message for the collective. The light of the universe shines through you. Know that you are loved now through your healing journey and when you are on the other side. So that's the advice and encouragement. Know that you're loved now through your healing journey and when you're on the other side. So letting go of any regret or guilt for how perhaps you've been living up until now. When you go through your awakening, the past is gone, it's done. Focus on the present moment and how you're acting in the present situation, in the present moments, moment by moment, operating from your higher self. You will find faults if you're always looking for them. Be content with just being. So the message is pretty strong here of accepting who you are. Write down your emotions and thoughts. Blank pages will never judge you again. Letting go of self-criticism and judgment. Being comfortable in your own skin. Being true to yourself. Not being that yes person, afraid of what people might think or say about you because you're being you. Being the original one, the quirky one, the one that does things because the way you do them, just because you like the way you do them. It's not to follow the crowd or the crowd. Follow the crown, okay? Follow the crown. Don't know what that means. Following the head. Someone that's trying to control you, following the head. Someone trying to control your mind, manipulating your mind. That's what that message is. So for those of you that have been around people, beware of people that are manipulating your crown, manipulating the way you think, conditioning you. Yeah. I'm even seeing the word handlers. There's a lot of feminines in the collective of late, karmic feminines that have actually been handlers of these divine masculines or these masculines who are afraid to step into their authentic truth. But anyway, I'm going off on one. The final card we have is live in the spirit of abundance. Keep yourself open to give and receive. So remembering your birthright, remembering that you are abundant. Let's see what the tarot says now. Some advice and some encouragement for the collective energy. Spirit, what advice and encouragement do you have for the collective at this point on their journey? What's the strongest energies surrounding them, and what are we being asked to take action on now that Mercury is direct? Although we are, I think we're still in the shadow phase, so you might be getting a little bit of glitches still, and you know, miscommunications and whatnot. But we're actually out of the transit now. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what's going on for the collective energy. Strongest energy surrounding the collective at this time. Oh, okay, we have the Three of Swords. Emotional pain, sorrow, depression, grief, heartache, loss. Okay. What I'm feeling though is, although you're feeling this heartache and this pain, this heartbreak, this is what's bringing your strength. From this pain, turning it into, from pain to power, turning your pain into power, inner power. That's the card that we had. So transmuting this pain and using it to fuel you to move forward. Let's keep going though. Yep, we have the Star, healing, transmuting the pain into power, using this energy to heal, using it to support you, to transmute and transform your life. So this is all about healing and receiving the clarity. So receiving the clarity may have given you a heartache or heartbreak, but now you know the truth. Now that you're aware of what something is, you can now move forward and begin to take the steps to heal. We have the Two of Wands. So making those first steps in a new direction, choosing whether you actually are going to move forward or stay in your comfort zone. Making a practical plan to reduce any fears or anxieties will help as well moving forward. We have the Four of Pentacles and we have the Page of Pentacles. We have the Five of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles and the Chariot. So what I'm picking up here is you're on your journey to move forward and people are in the Five of Wands, chaos and conflict, because you are moving away from these people. You are choosing to nurture yourself as the Queen of Pentacles, focusing on yourself, focusing on your family or any business endeavors. You are on your way, feeling balanced. Masculine and feminine energies are balanced there with the black and white horse. And these people that you've left behind or that are hovering in your energy are feeling conflicted and chaotic because they can't hold on to your energy anymore with the Four of Pentacles. They're still trying to clutch onto your energy for dear life. I'm also getting someone's holding back from giving you an offer with the Page of Pentacles. This is a new venture. This is something new coming in or a new message. So someone is conflicted that perhaps someone else is coming in to bring you an offer or to bring you a message. This could be an earth sign. This could be an earth sign, feminine. Or this is you in your Taurus, Venus, your Venus energy. Self-love, self-worth. And as a result, you're moving forward. You're determined. You're on track. You're focused. And this is that action that we're picking up from Mercury moving direct. So what's next to come for the collective? Now that Mercury is direct, we have the Nine of Pentacles, abundance, independence and abundance. So being able to move forward independently and not working yourself to death, balancing it with some luxury, balancing it with nice meals, with your favourite drinks, with, you know, wining and dining, your self-care practices, your self-care rituals. If you like getting your nails done, getting your nails done. If you like getting your hair done. For the men, getting that nice shape up, that trim up, freshening up the locks, whatever it is for you, knowing that you can pleasure or please yourself when needed, and put the work in at the same time in order to keep you going. So the Knight of Pentacles, so by you embodying this energy of abundance and luxury and taking care of yourself, this will give you the energy to keep going for the long haul. We have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck with the Magician and the Ace of Wands. Manifesting a new beginning, manifesting some action now. So you have your truth, and you know what visions you see in your mind's eye. You know what you're supposed to be manifesting, and now it's time to act on these visions, to act on the manifestations or what you're wanting to manifest. You now have your truth. It's time to now manifest and take action on bringing these manifestations into reality. Any challenges at this time, apart from people in their feelings that you've left them behind? People in competition, aggressive people with egos that are trying to bring you back down to earth, so to speak. I don't know where that saying come from. Who do you think you are? Where does she think she's going? Where does he think he's going? That's the energy I'm picking up. People surrounding you. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups. So this fell on the Three of Swords and the Star card. So someone's actually hoping for a relationship with someone that is their match, their equal match. Someone's heartbroken about a union or a relationship. Do you feel like this person's left you behind, leaving you behind? Because you're not making any move, you're stuck, you're holding on to your energy, not wanting to give this One Pentacle. Let me know in the comments, collective, if this is resonating. Let's keep going. So someone's heartbroken and praying and wishing for this relationship or this union or this bond. We have the Devil in reverse and the Page of Wands. So leaving toxic environments. You're leaving toxic environments, you're leaving toxic people, places and things, and you're moving forward with the Page of Wands on an exciting new journey. We have the Hermit and the Fool card. This could be a Virgo or an Aquarius that wants to take a leap of faith. They're in hermit mode at the moment. They're in hermit mode. Okay, what I'm also picking up is there is someone that came in between a divine union. This was orchestrated to sabotage a connection that was supposed to come together, which was going to bring about some serious blessings. 10 Pentacles. I feel this person came in between you and your person and tried to sabotage the connection. So I'm guessing this is their energy, the Five of Wands. Now, the person, your significant other or whoever this person is, this Hermit Fool card, is now making a judgment call. Perhaps they believed whatever this was that prevented this union from coming together. This is the fear that I'm picking up. So I feel someone's fearful of making a move because the moves that they've been making have been the wrong moves, which has been putting them back and slowing them down. So now they're heartbroken and fearful of taking action and applying the knowledge because of past wrongs, or could even be karma from the past. So now they're making a judgment call. Or this is you, collective, now having to go within to take this leap of faith, to find some inner guidance by raising the frequency and listening to your higher self rather than, so this is where I heard the word crown earlier, people manipulating your mind rather than listening to these people around you that are in the energy of chaos and conflict. I mean, why would you want to take advice from people that are in this frequency? Rather than listening to the advice of these people, these which are in clashes of ego and trying to obstruct you, you're now going within and strengthening the spirit of discernment and making your own judgment calls. And as a result of this is going to be leading you to 10 cups. It's going to be leading you to emotional happiness. And this is actually going to close out a cycle, a long awaited completion of a cycle. Tell me more, please, Spirit. Any more? Moving forward, actually. What's the energies moving forward? First of all, let's get what this judgment call is. The outcome of this judgment call. We have 3 of Wands and the 6 of Swords. So making a judgment call, listening to yourself, your higher self, you are now deciding to move away to calmer waters from any people, places and things that have caused you any disturbance or have caused any of this energy, chaos, conflict, fights, arguing, confusion, moving away from anything that takes you out of your spirit, out of your balanced equilibrium, your balanced state of being. And this is going to allow you to then expand and grow. So new opportunities will be presented to you for you to take advantage of as you actively apply the knowledge that you've attained from these past few weeks. Now that you've got the truth, you can move forward, communicate this truth with the 8 of Wands and move forward. 8 of Wands is fast energy, so that forward momentum, that fast-paced forward movement now. No more stagnation because you now know the truth. Let's get some cards to close the reading now. Let's get a outcome card and then we'll get cards of advice. So outcome, immediate future outcome. We have the King of Swords. The outcome is clarity, standing on your truth. The King of Swords doesn't need external opinions or external validation. This is air sign as well, air element, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is knowing your own mind, basically. Knowing your own mind, head over heart, standing in your truth, but standing in integrity, standing in what you know is right. This is mental clarity, no more confusions, no more people swaying your decisions. You weigh up your own pros and cons when you take time out, hermit mode, and then once you've received the information or that enlightenment, you see the hermit with his lantern, the light represents that aha moment or coming to that truth. And once you've come to that truth, you then can apply this truth by stepping into your King of Swords energy. You may also even be dealing with a King of Swords air sign or someone that possesses the energy of an air sign. So remain strong, collective, as you continue to move forward. Remain confident, Queen of Wands, because ultimately you're on your way to receiving your 10 of Pentacles or building towards it. Hierophant, Ace of Cups, 9 of Cups. Okay, so the Hierophant is represented by commitment, having a higher commitment or seeing a higher knowledge as to why this thing, whatever this thing is for you, is so important to you, and making that decision to commit to it, whether this commitment is to your work, 3 of Pentacles, building on your work, building on your skills and your talents, or whether this is working and building with somebody in a divine union with the 2 of Cups. But keep going, collective. You have the 9 of Wands here. Keep going and remain strong as you continue to move away with the Chariot and the 5 of Wands from anyone that even makes you feel chaotic or disturbs your peace. Lovely. You may even be receiving some form of reconciliation for some of you, if you choose to. And for others, you're choosing to continue moving forward to build on the things that, you know, that you're working on. King of Wands, taking control, being a leader of your own life and being a leader in your community as well, if that's what you aspire to be. Lovely. All right, collective. Put your comments down for me so I can read them and stay connected with you. And all the best moving forward. Action time, and applying all the lessons that you've gone through Mercury retrograde, applying all the lessons and moving forward with this new truth and this new knowledge that you've got. Remember to stay strong, having that inner power, and recognize the significance or your significance, and embracing true strength. Lovely. All right then, collective, if you'd like to book a personal, you can drop an email or just drop it in the comments, or you can visit the website naturalmiracles.co.uk. Enjoy the rest of the day. The weather is beautiful, and I'll catch up with you soon. Take care. Peace.